What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. As you can see by the title, this is going to be my video ranking Bristol Rovers managers from worst to best. Of course, this is going to be since I started going to Rovers, which was 2007. So, of course, if you've been watching longer than me, then let me know your thoughts. Where would you rank these sort of managers and other managers that I haven't seen us? But yeah, of course, if you do enjoy, smash the like button. Let me know down below as well, what other video ideas do you want me to do? Let me know, just either send me a message or drop them in the comments. Could be from ranking Rovers strikers, Rovers captains, anything. So, yeah, let me know. But yeah, of course, this is going to be a very interesting one. Of course, you know, there's been so many managers from Rovers. Of course, since I've been going, there's been 9 permanent. Of course, I'm not doing caretaker roles, just permanent managers. But if you add on that, there's loads. So, yeah, starting from the worst, and there's only got to be one manager for that, and that is Paul Buckle. Joined us, of course, in our season back in League 2 after relegation. Of course, come from Torquay, where he just lost the playoff final. And yeah, I mean, what a shambles it was, really. Talked all the talk, you know, sounded like he was amazing. And yeah, it was just a real shambles, to be honest. The batterings we got in, I remember getting battered at home to Crewe 5-2, and just everything about it, and it got really toxic. And yeah, he has to be the worst manager for me. Next after that is going to be Mcgee. He sort of done well for a spell in the first season, but then coming to the end, it got better. But then after that, it was just terrible. And yeah, again, one to forget, really, Mark Mcgee. The next one after that, I'm going to go with Paul Tisdale is the third worst for me. I just thought everything he spoke, again, one of these managers has been around, definitely shouldn't have got him at the time, and it was just terrible. And, you know, it just didn't work out. Didn't have a clue coming to the January transfer window, looking for a striker. He only had one player, and it was just terrible. Knew we shouldn't have got him in when he came in. You know, a lot of MK Dons fans and even Exeter fans, where he was for years, for saying how poor he was, and when he come to us, he was just a shambles, to be honest. So the less said about that, the better. The next one after that is going to be John Ward. Again, started pretty well, but when it sort of the second season was just terrible, really. Some of the games, I remember Fleetwood away, and there's other ones to forget, that was just terrible. The football didn't have a backup idea after that, and yeah, it was just terrible, to be honest. John Ward, the second bit, I know obviously he's done really well for Rovers in the past, in the 90s, I believe. So, but yeah, that time, his second time at the club, it ended really, really badly. So yeah, he's the next one. The next one after that, it starts to get tricky. I'll probably have to go with Ben Garner. I know he sort of had mixed emotions in. A lot of people said, oh, we should have kept him for longer. Of course, football is always good with all different opinions. But for me, it sounded good when he come in. But then you could just tell straight away he sort of went with, it's all right going with younger players, but when the experienced players he brought in were terrible, then yeah, you know, and you know, a lot of that squad, of course, there's only a few left from the players that he actually brought in. Of course, it was a big rejig in the summer with players going, etc. And of course, when he did come in, of course, we were doing really well at the time under Coughlin, and then he come in. I think we went from 4th to 15th, and then of course, you know, it was just terrible after that. So he's the next one. The next one after that is tricky. I'm probably going to have to go with Barton, currently, for me. Of course, he was in with us last season. He did have plenty of games to save it. I know the squad was terrible and he didn't have a transfer window, but maybe he could have done a little bit more, but I'm not going to judge him too harshly. I thought most of the blame was on Garner and Tisdale. Of course, now we're doing a lot better. You know, at the start of the season, we wasn't. And of course, he could go up, say, if I was to do this in a few years' time, if he's still here, etc. And if we do well, we'll get promoted this season, so we'll see. But for now, Barton was the next one. After that, I'm going to go with Graham Coughlin. Again, really interesting. Of course, was caretaker first, then got the job on a permanent. And, you know, with the squad of players he had, really, you know, mainly based around Clark Harris, one of the best signings we've done in the last sort of few years. Got him on the cheap. Before we come in, everyone was like, oh, why have we signed him? Hasn't had a good record. And then a lot of the other players, of course, there were a lot of players didn't have loads of quality, but it was all about character, as Graham Coughlin used to say all the time. I laugh about it, but of course, again, done really, really well. Got us up to what, 2nd or 3rd in the league, and then after Ipswich away, just decided to leave just like that. And since then, he's done awful at Mansfield, had all the money, done awful, and it's just I put him up there, but it really does annoy me, and it probably annoy a lot of other fans how poor he was at that, and how annoying it was just to leave like that. But, you know, he was saying about the board, etc. But, yeah. And then, this is where it gets interesting. Second, I'm probably going to go with Trollope. Of course, the first 2 years of him managing at Rovers, I didn't see. Of course, he was here from 2005 to 2010. Of course, I only seen the last 3 years. And, of course, the first season I started going, we done really well. Of course, I had a great squad. You know, Lambert, Walker, a lot of legends in that team. A lot of quality players. Of course, got to the JPT final. Fortunately, that we lost. I think Donny were doing well in the league as well at the time. Of course, beat us on extra time. And then I think it was the season later he got us to the furthest ever we've been in the FA Cup. I think it was the quarterfinals where we beat Fulham away. Then we got smashed against West Brom at home. But of course that season, 2007, he did get us promoted. But I just think, again, he should have done much better with the team in the end. And again, the way it ended, you know, it was just how I know players wanted to leave. He got rid of pretty much everyone, and then it was just us down then. So he's second. And then first, it's got to be Daryl Clark. Again, he come in, replaced John Ward, was at Rovers for 4 years. Most of his time he done really, really well. Again, that team he got into the last sort of 7-8 games where he tried to save us, it nearly did it, but again, it was just one of those games, Mansfield, and the players he had was just terrible, like Stephen Gillespie, Qaid Mohammed, Chris Beardsley up front. I mean, seriously. And of course, got us down to the conference, started poorly, but then done amazing. Won the playoff final, and then got, of course, another promotion, and then a few sort of mid-table seasons in League One. Again, it was annoying the way it ended, but, you know, all good things come to an end. So, yeah, there you go. That is my 9 managers ranked from worst to best. Let me know if you do agree, of course. If you do like the video, do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be the live stream tomorrow. Of course, Tranmere preview, going over the Bradford game in a bit more depth as well. So don't miss that, 7 PM. But yeah, up the gas.